morning, especially to all back members, TWG, Secretariat. This morning we'll have a rebate conference for regular infrastructure project with contract ID number 24HM0075, 24HM0087, 24HM00113, 25HM035, 24HM0010. So before we start, let's have a prayer first to be led by Engineer Tulira.
Let's spread on our heads and feel the presence of the Lord, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we come before you today in humility and faith. We thank you for all you have given us and the many blessings in our lives. We ask for your guidance and strength. Show us the way and fill us with courage and wisdom. Help us to remember your love and grace and to be faithful in our service to you. Give us a patient understanding to face life challenges with grace. We ask this thing in your name. Amen.
Before we continue, it's not to Club Atinas whether we have a quorum.
Good morning, everyone. So here are the attendees for today's pre-bid conference. So our back chairperson is currently on leave. Then we have our presiding officer, which is our back vice chairperson, Army Gumo. Our back regular members, Jenna M. Sogabo is on official business. We have present here is Christian George B. Paling. For our back provisional members, Dennis A. Tumala, Bernard Z. Duran, Francis Dale G. Ligotong. For back secretariat head, Elsa C. Humadla. Back secretariat members, Donna May Rose G. Duran, Maria Estrella Gracia Rimolio, and yours truly, Maria Eva Queen Obatio. Back TWG head, Arcely M. Katipay. Back TWG members, J. Vincent C. Paling, Ivan Jandiang, Alan P. Malikay, Rex Impal, Jeff Dohay Lungsod, Angelo B. Delera, Domino Dominic Niala, John Carl Tambahuyot, and Jennifer A. Armerola. So since a majority of the back is present, we have a quorum.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Bation. So, since we have a quorum, let's continue our pre-bid conference this morning. So, the first topic to be discussed is the group presentation by the back, comprises of four subtopics, namely basic contract data, including contract description, EBC, and duration. This will be discussed by Engineer Dunami G. Duran, Engineer Bernard G. Duran, and Engineer John Russell M. Paglinawan. For requirements of bidding documents, including instruction of bidders, general condition of contract, special condition of contract, specification, drawings, and bill of quantities and forms. This will be discussed by Engineer Alan P. Malikay. And for documents to be submitted by the bidders, this will be discussed by Engineer Ken Bikoy. And for the checklist and technical comprises of technical and financial proposal, this will be discussed by Engineer Dominic P. Niala. And the fourth topic comprises of another four subtopics. These are the criteria procedure. In subtopic number 1 for visibility check, this will be discussed by Engineer Maria Estrella Gracia M. Remolio. And second subtopic is preliminary examination of bids. This will be discussed with Engineer Vincent Cal A. Third is detailed evaluation of bids. This will be discussed by Engineer Angelo P. Dulera. For the fourth topic is we have the post-qualification of the LCB and award. This will be discussed by Engineer J. Alonso and Engineer Dennis E. Tamala. For the summary proceedings, including supplemental bid bulletins to be issued, this will be discussed by Engineer Gladys Marie Malikay. And for the question and comments, this will be stated by yours truly, and for other matters also. So, let's start with the first topic.
Good morning, everyone. For our basic contract data, for FY 2024 infrastructure projects, there are 3 projects. Number 1 is 24HM0075, Capital Outlay CSSP Basic Infrastructure Program BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction of Multipurpose Building, Provincial Capital Grounds, Barangay POLANGYUTA, Siquijor. Appropriation is 20 million pesos. ABC is 19,800,000 pesos. Duration is 210 calendar days. Major category is BIC, WOPLC, buildings construction without tiles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. Physical target is 3 stories. For project number 2, 24HM0087, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Completion of Multipurpose Facility, CATAMBOAN, LARENA, Siquijor. Appropriation is 2 million pesos. ABC is 1,980,000 pesos. Duration is 120 calendar days. Major category is BIC, WOPLC, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. Physical target is 1 story covered court. For project number 3, 24HM103, installation of solar panels at DPWH, Siquijor District Engineering Office, LARENA, Siquijor. Appropriation is 5 million pesos, and ABC is also 5 million pesos. Duration is 76 calendar days. Major category is BIC, WOPLC, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. Physical target is 1 story. For FY 2025 infrastructure projects, we have 1 project, 25HM0035, OO2 Protect Lives and Properties Against Major Floods, Flood Management Program, construction, maintenance of flood mitigation structures and drainage systems, rehabilitation of flood control structure at LOTLOTON, river upstream of LOTLOTON Bridge, Phase 1, LOTLOTON, ENRIQUE, VILLANUEva, Siquijor. Appropriation is 94,275,000 pesos. ABC is 90,975,375 pesos. Duration is 299 calendar days. Major category is SPS, flood control, construction, slow protection using structural measures, revetment, retaining structures, and wire net. Physical target is 250 linear meter. For FY 2024 goods and services, we have 1 project, 24GHN0010, procurement of construction equipment to facilitate cargo transport, delivery of equipment, road construction, maintenance of national roads and bridges, major flood control systems, and other related services that require full support and functions of DPWH Siquijor District Engineering Office Maintenance Section. Appropriation and ABC is 7 million pesos. Duration is 60 calendar days. Major category is construction equipment. Physical target is 1 unit. Schedule for drop P Dropping and opening of bids is December 11, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. That's all. Thank you.
In addition to the requirement of the procurement of goods, which is the construction equipment, the bidder, by the act of submitting of its bid, shall be deemed to have verified and accepted the general requirements of this project, including other factors that may affect the cost, duration, and execution or implementation of the contract, project or work, and examine all instructions, forms, terms, and project requirements in the bidding documents. Bidders are required as part of the technical specification to complete their statement of compliance, demonstrating how the items comply with the specification. Indicate the brand name for each item being offered, including the specification dapat with the kuan kanang model. And then all reasonable facilities and assistance for the inspection and testing of goods, including the access of drawings and production data, shall be provided by the supplier to the authorized inspectors at no charge to the procuring entity. That's all. Good morning. And the checklist for the goods.
So here are the checklist of technical and financial documents for procurement of goods and services. First is for the technical component envelope, Class A documents. For legal documents, we have valid PhilJEPS registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages, or registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Department of Trade and Industry, DTI, for sole proprietorship, or Cooperative Development Authority, CDA, for cooperatives or its equivalent document, and mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas, and tax clearance per EO number 398 series 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR. For the technical documents, we have statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, and statement of bidder's single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided for in sections 23.4.1.3 and 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of number 9184 within the relevant period as provided in the bidding documents, and original copy of bid security, if in the form of security bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission, or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration and conformity with the technical specifications, which may include production or delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or after-sales parts if applicable, and original duly signed omnibus sworn statement OSS, and if applicable original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents, we have the supplier's audited financial statements showing, among others, the supplier's total and current assets and liabilities stamped received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submissions, and the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, NFCC, or a committed line of a credit from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation. For the Class B documents, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement, JVA, in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. For the financial component envelope, we have original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form and original of duly signed and accomplished price schedule. Other documentary requirements under RA number 9184 as applicable for foreign bidders claiming by reason of their country's extension of reciprocal rights to Filipinos, certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in government procurement activities for the same item or product, and certification from the DTI of the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity. That's all.
Requirements of bidding documents. The bidder shall submit one original and 2 copies of the first or technical and second or financial components of its bid. Content of bidding documents. The set of bidding documents for the specific contract at hand consists of the documents listed below and bulletins issued in accordance with ITB Clause Number 11. Number 1, invitation to bid. Number 2, instruction to bidders. Number 3, bid data sheet. Number 4, general conditions of contract. Number 5, special conditions of contract. 6, specifications and drawings. 7, bill of quantities. Number 8, checklist of technical and financial documents. And number 9, bidding forms. The DPWH shall post the complete set of bidding documents at its website, www.dpwh.gov.ph, and at PhilGips, www.philgips.gov.ph, for the general reference of the public for every contract to be procured starting on the first day of the advertisement of the invitation to bid. Any prospective bidder or other interested party may thus view or download the bidding documents from the aforementioned websites. The bidder should note that the procuring entity shall only accept bids from the bidders that have purchased the bidding documents from the office indicated in the invitation to bid, or have downloaded the bidding documents from the websites of DPWH and PhilGips, subject to the payment of the fee for the bidding documents upon submissions of their bids. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submissions, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in the bidding documents. The DPWH procuring entity shall also make hard copies of the contract-specific invitation to bid available to prospective bidders upon payment of a bidding document fee in accordance to Appendix 8 of 2016 Revised IRR of RA 9184.
Documents to be submitted by the bidders, checklist of technical documents, technical components envelope, Class A documents. For legal documents, lottery valid PhilGips registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages. Or letter B, registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission, Department of Trade and Industry, for sole proprietorship or Cooperative Development Authority, for cooperatives or its equivalent documents. And letter C, mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidders is located, or the equivalent documents for exclusive economic zones or areas. And letter D, tax clearance per EO number 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. For technical documents, letter E, statement of the prospective bidders of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in the nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. And letter F, statement of the bidder's singular just completed contract similar to the contract to be bid, except under condition provided under the rules. And letter G, Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board license or special pickup license in case of joint venture, and registration for the type of cost of the contract to be bid. And letter H, original copy of bid security, if in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission, or original copy of notarized bid security declaration. And letter I, project requirements which shall include the following. Letter A, organizational chart for the contract to be bid. B, list of contractors, key personnel, project manager, project engineer, materials engineers, and foreman to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. Letter C, list of contractors, major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreement supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendors for the duration of the project as the case may be. And letter J, original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint ventures giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do act to represent the bidders.
Good morning once again. In continuation, the checklist of financial documents. For financial documents, letter K, the prospective bidders audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidders' total and current assets and liabilities stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. And letter L, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity or NFCC. For Class B documents, letter M, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement, JVA, in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. For financial component envelope, letter N, original of a duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, and for other documentary requirements under RA number 9184. Letter O, original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. And letter P, duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including the summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. And letter Q, cash flow by quarter. Good morning once again. The criteria and procedure for eligibility check. As per section 30.1 of the revised IRR of RA 9184 states that the PAC shall open the first envelopes, which is the technical envelopes in public, to determine each bidder's compliance with the documents required to be submitted for eligibility and for the technical requirements as prescribed in the said IRR. After opening the first envelope, the BAC shall simultaneously conduct the electronic eligibility check and preliminary examination of the technical components of the bids. The electronic eligibility check shall be done by using the data and program in the DPWH Civil Works Application or CWA. Only the participating contractor who submits the original receipt for the payment of bidding documents for the contract issued by any DPWH field office will be considered by the procuring entity to be undertaken with the electronic eligibility evaluation, clause number 26.1 of the instruction to bidders.
Preliminary examination of bids. Section 30 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Prior to bid evaluation, the BAC shall examine first the technical component of the bids using pass-fail criteria to determine whether all required documents are present. Bids that fail to include any requirement or are incomplete or patently insufficient shall be considered as failed. Reading out and recording the following per clause number 27.6 of the instruction to bidders. A. Name of the bidder. B. Whether there is a technical modification or substitution. C. Presence, amount and validity of the bid security. D. Presence or absence of each document comprising the technical proposal as per checklist of the required documents. Only the bids that are determined to contain all the bid requirements of the technical component shall be considered for opening and evaluation of your financial component.
Detailed evaluation and comparison of bids. Section 31 of the instruction to bidders. A. The procuring entity shall evaluate and compare in detail only the bids that are rated as complying for both technical and financial proposals pursuant to ITB Clause 26. The bid with the lowest price in the ranking shall be identified as the lowest calculated bid. B. To determine the lowest calculated bid, the BAC shall use non-discretionary pass or fail criteria as stated in the IB, which shall include a consideration of the following: 1. Completeness of the bid. 2. Arithmetical corrections. 3. Evaluation on equal footing to ensure fair and competitive bid comparison. Rule on discrepancies per section 32.2.3 of the revised IRR of RA 9184. In case of discrepancies between bid prices in figures and in words, the latter shall prevail. Total price per item and unit price for the items as extended or multiplied by the quantity of that item, the latter shall prevail. Stated total price and the actual sum of prices of component items, the latter shall prevail. Unit cost in the detailed estimate and unit cost in the BOQ, the latter shall prevail. The corrected per item cost for all items shall be the basis for the corrected grand total cost. The total calculated bid prices are obtained after making the detailed evaluation and corrections according to the above-mentioned criteria.
Once again, good morning. First qualification, the lowest calculated bid, section 33D of the instruction to bidders. If the bank determines that the bidder with the LCB passes all the criteria for post-qualification, it shall declare the said bid as the lowest calculated responsive bid and recommend to the HOPE the award of the contract to the said bidder and its submitted price or its calculated bid price, whichever is lower. For DO 127 Series 2018 dated August 16, 2018, pursuant to item 34.3B2 of the 2016 Revised Implementing Rules and Regulations of the Public Act number 9184, and to ensure that all DPWH projects are completed without delay, all bids and award committees, Central Regional District are hereby directed to strictly apply, among others, during the conduct of post-qualification award of contract the following guidelines. During post-qualification, the BAC shall determine the bidder's compliance through letter A, verification and validation of the bidder's stated competence and experience. Letter B, verification of competence and experience of the bidder's key personnel to be assigned to the contract, in which the accreditation of the materials engineer with DO number 98 series of 2016 and accreditation of project engineer with DO number 148 series of 2024 as formed part of the requirements and as against the minimum requirements under the bid data sheet. Letter C, verification of availability and commitment and or inspection and testing to required capacities and operating condition of major equipment units. Letter D, checking the performance of the bidder in its ongoing government and private contracts. The BAC shall verify any of these deficiencies to be due to the contractor's fault or negligence. The agency shall disqualify the contractor from the award for the procurement of infrastructure projects. The result of the contractor's performance evaluation system, the CPs, should also be considered by the concerned BAC in determining the responsiveness of the contractor's bid before any award of contract.
The criteria and procedure for the award to the bidder with lowest calculated responsive bid. Per Section 37 of the revised IRR of RA 9184, the BAC shall recommend the award of contract to the bidder with LCRB, HRRB, or LCRB after the completion of post-qualification process, within the period not exceeding 15 calendar days from the recommendation to award the contract. The HOPE shall approve or disapprove the said recommendation. Prior to issuance of notice of award to the contractor, the BAC shall check whether the contract is still within the bid validity period and all the legal, technical, and financial requirements shall still be valid. Within 10 days from receipt by the winning bidder of the notice of award, the documentary requirements should be complied before the contract may be awarded. In the event of disapproval, which shall be based only on valid, reasonable, and justifiable grounds as provided for under Section 41 of this IRR, the HOPE shall notify the BAC and the bidder in writing of such decision and the grounds for it. When applicable, the BAC shall conduct a post-qualification of the bidder with the lowest calculated bid or highest rated bid as provided in Section 34.6 of this IRR.
For summary of proceedings, including clarification, amendment of bidding documents through bid bulletin, instruction to bidders, clause 11. The entire procurement process shall be in accordance with the updated 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 and its implementing rules and regulation. The procurement schedule will be followed unless amendment will be issued. Bidders may request clarifications or an interpretation of any part of the bidding documents. Such a request must be in writing and submitted to the procuring entity at the address indicated in the bidding documents at least 10 calendar days before the deadline set for the submission and receipt of bids. The BAC of procuring entity shall respond to the said request by issuing a bid bulletin. The BAC, upon its initiative, may also issue supplemental bid bulletins to amend or clarify any provision of bidding documents not later than 7 calendar days before the deadline for the receipt of bids. Any supplemental bid bulletin issued by the Bid and Awards Committee shall be posted on the website of the DPWH and the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System. chips. It shall be responsibility of all bidders who secured the bidding documents to inquire and secure supplemental bid bulletin that may be issued by the BAC. However, bidders who have submitted bids before the issuance of the supplemental bid bulletin must be informed and allowed to modify or withdraw their bids in accordance with instruction to bidder clause 20. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Good, thank you. Any question, comments from the leaders attending this public conference?
Good morning. I am Mr. Meryl Chupontual, ang AutoKid Subic Trading Corporation. Ani ko dili kay mo-attend ko sa inyong private. Regarding ba sa inyong goods, kani bitong sa construction equipment, ang ato ani kining wala na include ang LTO registration. Include na? Then warranty. Apil na sad ni siya. Mga PMS tanan, apil na ni siya. After sales, okay, apil na siya tanan. So nara po din sa inyong kuan, sa inyong sa bidding kuan ninyo? Or wala?
It's
Package na tanan. Then, okay. Kani inyong mga decals, sir, for example, sa inyong DPWH logo na asad ba anin na tanan? Or if ever okay say ma-awardan, magsabot lang ta sa end user or kinsay o sa inyong ipabutang say color sa inyong kaning inyong construction equipment. Naara mo yan. Okay. So naara mo ana. So mo provide na po mo ana pohon. Or na diri sa inyong kuan.
design.
Ang design. Gapil na. Sasabihin na, okay. Okay. So, kaning inyong delivery period is 60 calendar days. So, if ever dito ka deliver of 60 calendar days, na extension? Or wala? Or if ever dito ka deliver within 60 days, kung maka-extend tag 15 days, mag-letter of extension na lang ni ana?
Hindi what is the reason?
Okay, sige. Okay, sir. Okay, Mr. Chair. So, pwede na po din maka-letter of extension kung depende mo sa reason. Okay.
It is acceptable to the
back. Okay. So that's all. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. So, any other questions from other participating leaders? None? So, if there's none, our private conference this morning is adjourned. Thank you and good morning.